Yeah, we are A&E doctors.
No, it's not like that. Are you going to start your secure job straight away? What is BRP? Yeah, it takes around 3 weeks to 1 month, but you have to check with your trust whether they accept it or not.
Hello doctors out there, welcome to our YouTube channel. Firstly, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Monica.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dilip.
Yeah, we are A&E doctors. We completed MRCEM, that means membership in Royal College of Emergency Medicine from India, and then we secured our first job in NHS and we came to start our first job.
So after coming to UK, are you going to start your secure job straight away?
No.
So what we'll do?
So we have to do few things after coming to UK. First of all, we need to collect our BRP.
What is BRP?
It's also called biometric residence permit. It's simply a residence card or ID card in the UK.
Is it like Aadhaar card?
Yeah,
Okay, so
it's like an Aadhaar card in India.
okay, so how do we collect it and
Yeah, we need not apply for that separately. When we apply for the visa, we usually get an option to opt for a nearest post office to collect the BRP.
so when you enter your postcode in that application, so it will suggest you the nearest post office. So you have to select one of the post office to collect the BRP, and after coming to the UK, you can straight away go to that post office and collect the BRP.
Yeah, we are lucky enough. So we got our BRP immediately after coming there. But there are people whose BRP might be delayed.
Okay, anyway, you're gonna get it within I think 2 weeks.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
So,
So that's the first thing you need to do after coming to UK. So after that, we're gonna discuss about occupational health checks, which we have to do after coming here. So it will be done by our NHS trust. So we need to call them directly, and we need to book an appointment with them. So they'll tell you the nearest possible appointment after you call them, and you have to book that appointment and you have to go to them. So what they're going to do after going there?
yeah, it's simply the collection of blood. They are going to test for our virals, tuberculosis and rubella or some blood tests. And we have to give the blood test and wait for the results. And they are not going to accept these tests outside UK.
So after coming here, it should be a UK based laboratory result. So that's how they do these tests, and they send the details to our employer, and they'll give us the clearance to work. So that's how it works here. Apart from that,
like when we got our occupational health check, like
after coming here, it took around 6 days for us to get a nearest appointment. So that's a possible appointment for us. So they gave us after 6 days. So we went straight away and gave blood tests, and they said that it will take around 1 week for the results to come, and they'll directly inform our employer, and after that we'll get the start date.
So what is the third thing then?
So we have to have an identity check before we start work. So for that identity check, we need some of the proofs. It's like a combination. Either you have to have two ID proofs in the sense passport and BRP, and one of the address proof. So that address proof can be from the bank.
Okay.
That's the bank statement.
Yeah.
And another combination is one of the ID proof, either passport or BRP, and two of the address proof. The other address proof could be your utility bill or any council tax or any type of bill you pay here. But as you will be new to UK, you won't be having any bills. So the best thing would be two ID proofs and address proof. That ID proof you get from address proof you get from the bank statement after opening the bank account here. And there are some problems in opening the bank account, so we'll discuss about that.
That we faced actually. Like there are many banks in UK called the NatWest Bank and the Nationwide. These are smaller banks, as told by some of the people out here. We faced difficulties in opening accounts there because they asked our address proof like utility bills, and they are not going to accept our employment letter. So what are the other options available?
So in UK there are what we came to know is that like there are some major banks are there in UK.
Yeah.
For example, Barclays, Lloyds, and also HSBC. So these are the bigger banks in the UK. So Barclays, you can do an online application directly, and it's an easy process. So after doing the application, they'll send some code mentioning 6-digit code to your address, which you mentioned in the application. So after entering that code in the app, your account will be open, and from that you can take a bank statement straight away.
Okay.
So this employment letter will be accepted by some of the banks like HSBC, but it's not online. You have to go to the bank and you have to show your passport and also employment letter. There they'll accept that employment letter as your address proof, and they'll give you bank account.
Oh yeah, and there are smaller banks like Monzo, Lloyd.
Yeah, these Monzo, not Lloyd, Monzo, Starling,
Okay.
and Santander. These are online banks. So these banks are smaller banks. It's like online banking. So these things you can open directly, and it's not a complicated process. You can open directly. So some trusts accept this
Yeah, won't
bank
accept.
statement as an address proof. Like our trust accepts it, but you have to check with your trust whether they accept it or not.
So how are we going to gonna stay in the UK without getting paid or without starting any job after coming here, like up to 1 month? Or
Yeah, it takes around 3 weeks to 1 month
Yeah.
before you start work here, because you need to complete these all things: bank opening, bank account opening, and also collecting BRP, then doing ID check, and also occupational health. And occupational health, some audit goes on internally, and finally you will be given the start date. So to manage that, you need to bring some money from your home country. It can be in any form, but what I would suggest is to take a forex card with the money loaded in it in the form of pounds, because in UK, surprisingly, you won't find places where they accept cash, especially when you are traveling. For example, in train or tube or
Yeah.
in buses, they won't accept cash here. So it's better you bring it in the form of card, so that it will be easy for you guys.
Okay, like how much we are going to bring it? Like we have booked an Airbnb to stay for
Yeah,
1
it
month.
depends. You can search online. So you have options like Airbnb, and also you can book hotels, but hotels are a bit expensive.
Yeah.
So Airbnb is a better choice to stay initially for 1 month. So you can book it directly from your home country, paying by your credit card, or because you have to come here and you have to search for your home. From there we can't do any search for the home, and we can't directly book a 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom flat directly.
Yeah.
So better stay in hotel or Airbnb for initially for some days, and after coming here you can book appointment, and you can see the flats, and you can directly talk with the real estate agents here, and you can take a 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom flat.
Yeah. How much did you pay for our Airbnb then?
So Airbnb, it depends. Like ours was around 1100 pounds for 1 month. It was near to our hospital, so I opted for that. So it depends. You have to search online and you have to see.
Yeah. And what are the other expenses we did in
Yeah,
like this
so
in the week?
because it takes around 3 weeks to 1 month to start your job, so there are things you have to manage, like your grocery and also travel.
Yeah.
So and if you're not booking for 1 month, then you have to manage your rent also. So for groceries, approximately it takes around maybe for us all together for 1 week we spent around 100 pounds. It's including transport and also grocery.
Groceries.
Transport is bit expensive here, so that's how we manage here. Airbnb, I book directly from my home country. So if you include this one also, it would be approximately around 400 pounds per week per your accommodation, and also 100 pounds. At
So
least 500
500
pounds
pounds a
per
week.
week are your expenses here. So you have to manage these things.
Yeah. And any other expenses? Like we have to pay for the rent. Like if you are coming with your family and choosing to opt for a 2 bedroom or a one bedroom flat, and they are going to ask you for a holding deposit like a 1 week's rent in advance or a 1 month rent depending upon their requirements. So you have to arrange for that money as well.
Yeah, so these are the things you need to manage after coming here. So I would suggest bring at least like as I said, at least 1100 pounds per rent, and also weekly you will be spending over 100 pounds. So it could be around 1600 pounds if you're coming one person, also 1600 pounds, and if you're coming two people, then with dependents, then rent anyway is gonna be same, but groceries will get added to that thing. So approximately around it goes maybe 200 more.
Yeah.
So that's how you need to calculate, and you have to bring your money from there. So yeah, these
That's
are the
all.
things.
Yeah, hope this video is helpful, and like, share and subscribe for many more videos like this. Thank you.
Thank you.